Okay, let's look at this interesting design by Escher. It's almost a formal composition because it is very precise and exacting, as much of his work is, although you wouldn't really call this symmetrical because one side is not exactly a mirror image of the other side, but there's certainly elements of symmetry to it. And what is also notable, and we will be discussing this, is the figure-ground relationship. It does fluctuate in parts of this. You see these ducks, and then you see the continuation of the ducks in here that are really forming a negative space, or the fish being the positive space, but you see them continuing in here, so it kind of fluctuates between positive and negative space. So here they're looking to be negative space with the fish positive space, but you really can see a definite design that is continued up here. And you see the same with the fish, starts to fade, and then you really don't see the fish up here. And so in this area there is a fluctuating figure-ground relationship. Now in terms of harmony and variety, there's certainly a variety of shapes. You have the different fish, and then you have the ducks that are all pretty much the same. You have these shorter lines coming across here, and you have light and dark, and so there's some good variety. But what is creating some order in this is the repetition. And so you have the repetition of very similar shaped fish and the similar shaped ducks and the repetition of all these lines. And so it's this balance between the variety and the repetition that is helping to create some unity in here. And certainly the repeating of this kind of frame in here helps unite the images. And kind of half of this is black as a negative space and the other half is white as a negative space. And so that's providing some sameness and harmony and unity to the work as well. Now what the focal point of emphasis is in here, well, it has to be on this area in here, and probably these fish because they're the most detailed and has the most texture in it. But then the ducks are all pretty interesting, so this kind of center part is the focal point of interest due to the detail and also the contrast between the black and white helps provide an emphasis.